Have you ever had the impression that the price of XRP is static, just like there is somebody out there who is in charge of the price? That is how a great number of people feel. In addition, we are going to proceed with our investigation into the factors that could be contributing to the current price of XRP. In addition to this video, Jake Claver has a whole thread devoted to this topic. I was hoping that we might have a conversation about this. First things first, let's rewatch the video so that we can have a better understanding of Jake's thought process about the reason why the pricing has remained the same. Exactly. During the near term, dark pools in the cryptocurrency industry are a double-edged sword. It is able to conceal bullish momentum, which in turn suppresses price activity. But over the course of a lengthy period of time, it produces the ideal conditions, which include an undetectable buildup, a decreasing supply, and finally the dam collapses. And then there is a sudden and dramatic surge to the upside, which very few people are ready for. First things first, let's speak about that in today's video and debunk all of the myths that surround dark pools. At this very moment, you could be observing the markets and wondering, why isn't cryptocurrency exploding already? There is a feeling that prices are stagnant despite the tremendous publicity and adoption. However, I am going to demonstrate to you today why dark pools are the invisible hand that is now stifling pricing, and why when it breaks, it is going to set off one of the most significant explosions that we have ever witnessed. Then what exactly is a dark pool? Imagine that you are purchasing XRP worth $500 million, and that you do not want the market to surprise you by selling it before you. It is here that black pools can be found. When huge orders are completed off of a public exchange, dark pools are private venues that are used for this purpose. Institutions utilize it to prevent the market from shifting and to prevent fear of missing out, FOMO. It is essentially buying without being seen. After a trade has been completed, rather than while it is still in progress, it is revealed. Is it all right if the intelligent money doesn't make any noise? They build up without being seen. They are now using dark pools to communicate about their book, and they are doing so right now. Institutions are joining the cryptocurrency market on a massive scale, but in order to do so in the manner that they desire, they require the secrecy and efficiency that dark pools provide. It has come to our attention that Connex, Us.Thankx, and Kraken have all begun providing similar services to institutional customers. And then there are some other intriguing things, such as the Ryan protocol, which is offering decentralized versions of these dark pools that are on the verge of surfacing at this very moment. Also, these are the guys that are going to be joining the team. Hedge funds, family offices, and even country governments are examples of entities that are interested in quietly amassing assets without causing the market to fluctuate and forcing a large number of individuals to actively pursue them. They want to keep accumulating at these rates until things truly get kicked off here for utility, and they anticipate that this will happen. That which is going on will not be revealed to you through public interactions. Large acquisitions are readily apparent in the public market. In addition, they cause a significant increase in the price. It is difficult to discern the buying pressure in dark pools. On the market right now, we are witnessing prices remaining unchanged, which is precisely what we are seeing. Retail investors do not experience the thrill, and there is no fear of missing out, FOMO, that occurs. Additionally, a large amount of additional buying volume comes in from other individuals, including retail and institutional investors. Given that XRP is now collecting rapidly on the back end, it is possible that it is being considerably repressed at this moment, yet the price movement appears to be dead. Then, the retail industry is likely to become agitated. People who are able to sell are going to be present. In the realm of cryptocurrency, these are the times when individuals, even those with a strong conviction, will give up hope and go on to the next thing. However, if you are able to maintain your composure, I believe that the subsequent events will take you by surprise. I'm going to explain why dark pools are actually going to be incredibly advantageous for the people who can, so that they can hang out and enjoy the positive aspects of them. There is a lot of stigma and like things out there in the market right now, and people are furious about dark pools. Therefore, when they turn on the switch, it will be a vertical liftoff, and those who are waiting will be priced out practically immediately. In the background, these establishments are quietly amassing. The result of this is that it reduces the amount of liquidity available on public markets. The market will have to scurry to reprice itself at some time in the future, since the demand on the exchanges will eventually exceed the supply. There will be a change in the supply. The price will suddenly rise to the upside by a factor of 2, 3, or 5. In the event that there are no buyers, the price will need to significantly increase, and dark pool accumulation is a system that will continue to accumulate and acquire supplies without impacting the price on public exchanges. This mechanism does not influence the price of the asset. After then, when there is no longer any further supply accessible through the dark pools, they will be required to relocate to this location. It is at that point that you will witness the major play. You are missing the target if you are passing judgment on the future of cryptocurrency based on what you see on public exchanges now. It is in these shadowy pools where the actual buying is taking place. Remain patient and maintain your stance. In addition, when the dam breaches, you should make sure that you are not rushing to get it at a price of $10 when you might have purchased it for 50 cents. Not a problem, we adore that. Therefore, the proliferation of dark pools in the cryptocurrency industry, a fan of Twitter, not a problem. As a result, the growth of dark pools and cryptocurrency is much like a sword with two edges. Just about everything that he just said in this video is kind of in this topic. He is essentially saying everything. I am going to go ahead and provide a link to the thread at the bottom of the description down below. I hope you will find it useful. Therefore, if you are interested in coming and reading through all of this, I simply don't want to repeat anything for you since I know that your time is really valuable. In spite of that, I was interested in taking a look at this. It's a fairly juicy situation. In the European Union, Bitcoin and Ethereum will not be subject to any crypto legislation. It has been confirmed in a speech given by the Central Bank of Ireland that MiCA would not cover all blockchain assets. Ethereum will not be in compliance with MiCA rules since it is not within the purview of regulation, unlike some of the most well-known crypto assets like as Bitcoin. This is due to the fact that Ethereum does not belong to the category of assets that are subject to regulation. It was my intention to check over this material, therefore I did so. I found this paper, as well as the most of what was mentioned in this article, to be confusing. I am providing you with the paper so that you may view that here. Everything can be found there. I listened to what this individual had to say. This is what I asked. Is it correct? This information is correct. That much is true. It has been confirmed by the papers and sources that Bitcoin and Ethereum would not be included in the scope of the EU markets and crypto or MiCA law due to the absence of an identified issuer. The evidence from the documents, as well as the speech given by Mary Elizabeth McMahon, the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Ireland, makes it abundantly clear that MiCA will not cover all crypto assets. Some of the most well-known crypto assets, such as Bitcoin and Ether, will not fall under the purview of regulation because they do not have an identifiable issuer. There is a little bit more on the speech that is discussed here. Despite the fact that I don't really need to read too much into you, I did clarify that this is something that was approved. It was important to me to investigate the assets that are going to be evaluated, therefore I did check into it. There is a mention of XRP in this section. It's time to get to that. Confirmation of news and legal analysis. A number of credible cryptocurrency news sites and legal summaries have confirmed that the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Ireland has officially indicated that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not covered. As a result, this is in fact pretty accurate. MiCA is structured to regulate crypto assets that have an anti-identifiable issuer or company behind them, which does not apply to all decentralized assets like Bitcoin EH. It talks about MiCA as the EU's comprehensive framework for regulating crypto assets, but is also designed to cover tokens with identifiable issuers such as stablecoin or tokens, or issued companies like XRP and Ripple. Due to the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum are decentralized networks that do not have a central issuing body, MiCA does not have jurisdiction over them. So incredibly fascinating to observe in action that the European Union, this has been in MiCA's tongue for a considerable amount of time and is correct. Therefore, they have been considering this for a number of years. In addition, it does not appear that Bitcoin Ethereum will be included in the product when it is finally approved. It is not clear to me how this would affect Bitcoin and Ethereum in the European Union. It is still possible that individuals may speculate and purchase it. If, on the other hand, we are discussing institutional use cases in financial institutions, it would appear that XRP is the only token among the top 5 that would be able to be utilized in such a scenario. When you are looking at the top several tokens, you should keep in mind that Bitcoin and Ether are not included. Tether is prohibited in the European Union as a result of the rule that MiCA has implemented. So what do you want to do? Both XRP and BNB are available to you. You guys, I have no idea. Please let me know what the European central banks are going to put their faith in this year. Will it be a bed and breakfast? Which cryptocurrency will it be, Solana or XRP? Which one will it be? That seems to be a relative